baby boomers are still contributing a big chunk of travelers around the globe. How do destinations and businesses, whether it's airline, restaurants, hotels, the local DMCs, how do they prepare for silver tsunami, the older generation, and multi generational travel where there might be different interests, there might be different requirements? What can the industry do to better prepare ourselves?
I think this is a great question. As we see that the expectancy of life is increasing, so people are living longer. Yes, they retire in many countries at age 65, 64, or something when they, depending on the country, they still have a very good 20 years after that or more to continue traveling. That's something that we didn't have in the past. So, to your point, some destinations are seeing the baby boomers and the generation X. Those are the generations that most of the times they have the wallet to travel, right? They pay a premium for a great stays, they stay longer, they pay for great experiences. Of course, they care about wellness, they care about culture. They are traveling longer and more than ever before. And some of them, they spend a lot of time in luxury experiences. As an example, they are referred as the ones that they have the wallet because they have had savings in the case of the baby boomers, or they are in a wealthy position that they can travel very comfortable anytime during the year and spend their money. Then you have the millennials. The millennials were kind of interesting because since we learn about the millennials, we learn that they also enjoy experiences to the point that the sharing economy was born during the millennials. So for them, they prefer to travel than buying a car. They prefer to travel than buying a house, or they prefer to share the ride in that cases, but they travel multiple times during the year. So like the baby boomers were traveling twice or three times, and Generation X a little bit more. Baby boomers are traveling four times more. They are traveling and they are combining business with leisure as well. They don't spend as much as the Generation X or baby boomers, but they also are aiming to spend in luxury experience. Like once in a while, they spend more time with that luxury experience, but they love to travel. And now you have the Gen Z, which is very interesting. This is the Gen Z that was born with social media, was born with the iPhones, is part of their lives, and for them it's a right. For them to see something in a destination in their phone, that means that they can go there tomorrow. They don't have to plan. So they plan less. They also travel more. And for them, owning asset, not a big deal. They prefer to spend their money in experiences, similar to the millennials, but in a different proportion, because for them is their right. And for them, traveling is like screening their social media and seeing all these photos in Instagram, TikTok, and whatever. So it's interesting what we're seeing, because in all these generations, they love to travel, but depending on the generation, they travel more or they spend more. And how do they travel? You see the baby boomers, they travel with loved ones. You see the Gen Zs, they travel with friends, with family, with strangers, with everyone, right? So these are the trends that we're seeing. But bottom line, everyone loves the travel. And then, of course, you have the multi generations, that the baby boomers, when they invite their grandchildren or their children to the same trips. Of course, these are more expensive trips, longer stays, and all of that. So destinations need to identify in what segments do they want to play. They want to play in the luxury. They want to invite the baby boomers. They have to have a specific products for them. Do they want to play Gen Z? They need to have a specific products for them. Do they want to play in the nomads? The nomads are the ones that go to another country. They leave from another country because they want to experience that country while they work remote, right? So that's why destinations need to understand. Everything goes back to segmentation. What segments do they want to play? And they want to make sure that in the segments that they want to compete, they have the experience and they have the product. Because the worst that you can do is try to aim for a specific segment and having the wrong product or the wrong experience, because then you're not successful.